And now, Rob on the road, exploring Northern California.
The morning sun has just crested the hills of California's Capay Valley. Early in this new day, eager students are walking into one of the world's greatest classrooms, the great outdoors.
Let me know if you have any questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it.
This is the SLUES program in full swing. SLUES stands for Student and Landowner Education and Watershed Stewardship. The goal? To engage high school students in habitat restoration through hands-on experiences in the field. These are real projects on real farms that desperately need help. And here, teachers, mentors, and environmental experts work side by side with high school students to help them grow science skills and learn environmental stewardship.
Hey guys, watch out for these plants here. It's like artichokes or something.
Nate Brookshire is a senior at Woodland High School, helping install a complete drip irrigation system at this farm in Genda, where specialty crops like loofah are grown.
I love to be very, very hands-on, and so being part of this is just really amazing. I think it's a great program.
Your teacher has been doing this program longer than you've been alive.
He taught my mother.
Wow. That's pretty fascinating. That's a lot of hands-on lessons. What will you take back with you today that you might even tell your mom?
Just the value of hard work and being able to take it and implement it into life. I think that anytime you're able to get your hands on and do something, you should be able to do it, and especially just learning the lessons of what needs to be done for California to be restored back to natural habitat. Being able to take your hands and put the work in and see everything change in front of your eyes.
Mary Kimball lives and breathes California agriculture. It's in her blood and her business, growing up on Yolo County land and creating the Center for Land-Based Learning that has thrived for more than 2 decades.
Walking the land of the Capay Valley, Mary, this is just spectacular, and it is so Center for Land-Based Learning in action.
It really is. It's a really important part of Yolo County, which is, of course, where we're founded as an organization, but it's an important part of what we've done for so many years with land stewardship. This is a community that is very close, that really cares about the wildlife and the agriculture and the water and all of those pieces, right, of our natural resources, and they want to continue to improve them, and it is all about the kinds of things we've done for so many years.
The Center for Land-Based Learning is a nonprofit collaborative of care for all things ag. SLUES takes that care and concern to farms and ranches in Yolo County, bringing solutions to real problems with the help of high school students and an extensive group of organizations working together to restore the land. Each year, students put 10,000 plants in the ground and have rolled out hundreds of thousands of feet of irrigation systems. The growth here is full circle.
First of all, the impact on the land is enormous, but also the impact, as you said, on the person, right? On the ability for them to see themselves in a different light, to get out of their communities that they are so focused on and maybe don't even see the edges of their own blocks and what's beyond them. To come to a place like this, for someone like me who grew up on a farm in Yolo County, this is like home to me, but for most of the students that we serve, this is completely foreign land, literally, and for the first time they're getting to feel comfortable with it, to see themselves potentially here in some way in the future, in environmental sciences, in the agricultural sciences, becoming a wildlife biologist. Literally, we've had so many people that the SLUES program sparked their interest.
These immersive field days take place year-round. Today, this group of Grant Union High School students from Sacramento is hard at work at Clark Ranch in Winters, planting native crops and restoring hedgerows.
The restoration projects that you take on are tremendous. A lot of riparian restoration, riparian habitats, as well as native plants being planted to help boost and jumpstart what we have or restore. That impact is tremendous on agriculture. How much?
First of all, agriculture really depends on the biodiversity that is around it. And we kind of lost track of that for many years in ag, right? And then there was really a resurgence of understanding about it about 20 years ago. And the Yolo County Resource Conservation District and many others around the state really started working together in partnership with the farmer to say, how can we rebuild this habitat on the edge of your property? Because we know you have extremely valuable farmland that you need to make a living on, that you need to grow your crops, and that is critical. But there are these edges, right, that we tend to forget.
That are important.
That are incredibly important, and that can be these corridors of habitat that help your farms.
All of this happens thanks to the support of the Yocha Dehe Wintun Nation tribe, which pays for the SLU's program through the tribe's community fund. Jim Edders oversees all of the tribe's agricultural enterprises. Restoring the earth is expensive, but the cost of not digging in could be catastrophic for California crops.
Tribal council, they're very busy people, but one thing they do is take pride in their land and how their lands are cared for. And so how the lands are treated comes into every decision we make on the farm and ranch. You know, they have a saying that if you take care of the land will take care of you.
And they live it.
They live it, they live it. The land is something that has sustained the tribe for thousands of years. And
Even when people did not.
that's right, absolutely, absolutely. And so caring for the land is vitally important to all aspects of their tribal government operations.
My favorite part was planting with my friends.
It's time for students to gather and reflect on a hard day's work. Nate is heading into the agriculture profession on a full scholarship to a college in Texas. For him, the lessons grow from the ground up.
I feel like it's definitely a different vibe. In the classroom, it's very separated. I would say that there's people here today that I've worked with and talked to that I've never spoken to before or really never gotten to know their name. And this is just giving an opportunity to diversify the people that you see and hang out with, and definitely some people that I've met today that I would like to have friendships with.
That we're right there.
They're right there and you just never would have guessed.
It diversifies the land and life.
True that.
Murphy Austin Adams Schoenfeld, LLP, a business law firm celebrating 20 years of service to community, is proud to support Rob on the Road Region Rising. More information at murphyaustin.com.
Funding for this program comes from the Yocha Dehe Wintun Nation, supporting the life, art, history, and priorities of Native Americans.